It's a beautiful fall morning here in Summit. The mums are out, the sun is shining, there's a little nip in the air. It's just perfect. Hi, I'm Emi Havas, and this is Meet the Merchants. So glad you could be with me this morning to meet some exciting new businesses we have in town. Right now we're sitting in front of the Summit House, one of our newest restaurants. Terribly hard to get a reservation for dinner, but they've just opened for lunch, so you might want to stop in and grab lunch here at the Summit House and then visit 3 new kids in town, as I like to call them. We're going to go to Sahola Floral Design and meet Olga. Beautiful, beautiful, unusual floral designs. Then we're going to see Gabby at the Collective, and then we're going to finish up at Miss Juli's Boutique. We've got a lot of new and exciting things going on here. Serena and Lily is going to be opening, and a brand new women's boutique, Alba, is just down the street from here. So come join me and meet my new friends, and let's see what we can get done today. Okay, we're here with Olga, who owns this beautiful new florist in town, Sahola. Thank you so much for being with us this morning. It's such a pleasure to be here with you and introduce you to our viewers.
Well, thank you for coming. Thank you.
Our pleasure. Olga, you really have a different twist here on flowers, which we're going to talk about in a minute. But tell me a little bit about you and how you got into the flower business.
Well, I started about 6 years ago, and I get married, and my husband took me to Marrakesh for the honeymoon.
Oh, how nice.
Yes, and we visited the iconic botanical garden of Yves Saint Laurent, and that was the point that clicked in me and brought me to the art. And since after that, I pursued the career of the floristry. I studied in New York, and then it followed in the Netherlands for about a year and a half, and I get internationally certified there as a master florist.
Wow, that's wonderful.
Yes, thank you. And after that, I come back, and so we opened the business in New York in the office working studio, and followed by the location in Summit since last year in December.
Perfect, perfect. So that sounds difficult to go through all that. How long did that take you?
It took me about 2 years as I wanted to pursue both knowledge of the American market in the floristry and also to get exposed to the international floristry, which can be only studied in Holland, as this is the flower capital in the world. Yes.
Sure. So really in depth. It's far beyond just sticking some flowers in a vase and you're good to go, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. But we still offer all range of services when it comes to flowers, whether it is the wedding or special event, or we have bar mitzvah or a very private event in your house. We do all type of corporate services, holiday decorations, and of course we do a lot of the daily bouquets, daily compositions, and the crown of my personal interest and art side is the fashion flowers.
Yeah, the fashion flowers are really incredible, and I really think people should hop on your website and take a look at what's there because they are really unbelievable. Now, you also do kind of a unique arrangement in a little hat box. Tell me about that.
Yes, so we specialize in the hat boxes arrangements with fresh flowers, whether it is roses or maybe combination of different flowers like hydrangeas, orchids, combined also with roses, and also the preserved roses that last a year. And yes, and they come in all different colors, and also they have 3 different sizes and also 4 different colors of the boxes.
Oh, so you can really personalize it. But I like that idea of the preserved roses because in that, you get something so beautiful like that and then it's gone. So that's really a nice idea.
Absolutely.
Nice idea.
And it can beautify your home or your office throughout a year, and you don't have to worry about changing the water
or them wilting or dying.
Yes,
That's true. And, the other thing that really intrigued me, and we're going to get in your fashion flowers in a minute, but the wedding, you do some interesting things that I have never seen before. You know, I'm not well versed in what goes on in the flower world, but your flower collars for brides. Tell me a little about those because they're spectacular.
Well, thank you. Yeah, it's kind of the latest trend in the floral world, and we do and specialize in the necklaces, bridal necklaces. Also, it can be bridal bracelets.
Oh,
yes,
okay.
and some flowers also going to the head. So we use all the natural materials, but they also can be combined with some different varieties of decorative elements. Some like brooches, and then pearls. Yes, and most of the time we use succulents, fresh succulents, in combination with a variety of firm and steady flowers. So it can be ranunculus, it can be the blooms of the hyacinth, also orchids, and some other flowers.
I noticed your pins on here. Is that the type of thing? That's great. Those little touches. I've seen bouquets done that way, also with flowers stuck in around them too. So that is a nice way for the bride not only to have a bouquet to carry, which usually ends up on the table, but now she's actually wearing them, so they show up in all of her pictures and everything that's going on. Really
and she
neat.
really can stand out with that personal decoration. Of
Yeah,
hers.
that's very, very different. A bride coming down the aisle decked out like that is really got to be a showstopper. Now, tell me about the work you do in the fashion industry.
We work closely with some of the fashion houses in New York, and usually during the runway shows. So we design for some of the designers. It varies the sizes of the flower hat pieces, and that's something that I'm really into. That as I get my inspiration primarily from fashion world, from the colors, different textures, and that's what drives me forward with all these decorations. And particularly, I like the flower hat pieces. That's something very different.
Yeah,
and
they are. They're beautiful.
Thank you. So, and they reflect the flowers from a different side. So it's like floral art within the fashion industry. So it's a little bit different.
Yeah, it's very, very interesting. I do find that people who are artistic or creative in one area, it slops over into other things, either cooking or painting and drawing. But you also draw. You also do drawings for your flower designs. Tell us about that.
Yes, I like to sketch, and I took some course on the sketching. So most of the time, if you can see, like if we have different type of events, so we try to sketch the idea how it's going to look like with all the measurements depending on the venue, as well as when we do some artistic projects for like breeders or the growers. So ideally, I like to sketch in in advance to see how it will look like, and then we implement that already towards the fresh design and the final project.
So you do things with the growers also. So you're back on that side too.
Yes, and just because I spent some time in the Netherlands and I get exposed to that world, so at this time I'm currently working with one of the breeders in Holland who is planning to put the new variety of the rose on the U.S. market this coming year.
Yeah.
Yes,
That must be very interesting.
Yes, and we are promoting them through the floral dresses as well as some artistic flower arrangements. And in the following year, we will be working with the breeder of the orchids. And just a couple months ago, we did some project for the breeders with the who grows the calla lilies.
Oh,
yes. And West LM and Summit support us.
Yes. They're very good.
Yes, they support us with some interior design objects and vases, so we collaborated with them for that.
Yeah, they are very good in town, and a lot of the stores in town have done pop-up stores up there. But I have seen your flower things there, and they're beautiful. Okay, something we haven't talked about, but I know you do, is arrangements for your home. So, and tell us how you go about personalizing that for your house. Do I tell you the colors that are in the room I want to use, or the color of the drapes or what the occasion is? Just how do you go about designing something for that situation?
Sure. Yes, we specialize a lot on the custom-made arrangements for our clients in their houses. And usually it's always good to know the interior of the house, what style, what color scheme of the furniture or even the drapery, and also the occasion the flowers are going to. And that help us to recreate that custom-made arrangements that will beautify the house of our clients. And also we like to make it more individual, so then we use all these special individual decorative elements plus to the fresh flowers, because it can be custom made decorative elements, a special vase, different stones, different attributes that can add a special touch to that arrangements. And most of the time we just had the wow. Most of the time we have a wow factor from our clients, and that's what we like to continue to do. So yeah, that's our specialization when it comes to the custom-made arrangements.
And also, could someone bring in a special vase or an antique piece they have and you do an arrangement in it?
Absolutely. We actually have a lot of these requests as well, because we have a lot of clients who has a very expensive haute couture vases, and they always like to to use additional beauty of the flower to this vase.
Yeah.
So yes, we do that, and we design accordingly to the style and the look of the vase.
Perfect. Sounds wonderful. Give me your web address, and are you on Instagram or any of the other social media? Why don't you give us that information so our viewers can take a look?
Absolutely. So our web address is saholany.com, and all the social media, we are on Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, and also YouTube and Instagram is at saholany.
Terrific. Well, this has been very informative. I thank you so much. I'm so glad you came to Summit. We really needed a florist here. We had 4 of them at one time, and then we had none. So it's just nice to have you here. And as we often do in town, we all like to refer each other to each other. So you are a good resource for all of us to send people over to see you.
Well, thank you, and we're looking forward to to work closer with the Summit community.
Yeah, I know you are. And I'm dying to see what you do for Christmas. We have to take a look at that. Thank you ever so much for being with us today.
Yeah, thank you as well. Thank you for
You're
stopping
welcome.
by.
Yeah. Hi, I'm here now with Gab, better known as Gabrielle, at The Collective, a brand new shop on Maple Street that is a wonderful, wonderful consignment shop, the likes of which you have never, ever seen before. Gab, thanks for being with us today.
Thank you so much.
So, this is new. You just opened. When did you open?
I opened 6 weeks ago.
And has it been good?
It's been great. Yes. Mm-hmm.
You were telling me what your bad nightmare dream was when you opened the store, that nobody would bring anything in. And I have to tell you, totally unfounded. This place is packed.
Thank you. Thank you. Yes.
You not only have clothes, but tell me some of the other items that you have.
Yeah, so we also have shoes, purses, like little accessories like wallets, wristlets, jewelry, sunglasses, basically anything super cool, trendy.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. This is super cool, trendy stuff. Yeah, absolutely. Great looking sunglasses over there. So how did you get into this? Let me ask you, what did you do before you did this? Whatever.
Okay, so my background is in psychology, but I fell in love with the retail world once I interned for anthropology.
Oh.
I was a manager there.
Good start.
Yes, I was a manager there, and then I left and was a manager at a high-end consignment shop chain that recently closed all of their doors, but that's where I got most of my designer consignment experience.
So you said, aha, there is a market here for this.
Yes.
Smart chick, hopped right on it.
Yes,
Yeah.
thank you.
So tell me, designer labels here?
Yes, designer labels. So I carry everything from Burberry. I have some J. Crew and Madewell, just to throw that in as well. A nice mix of product. Tory Burch, DVF, Helmut Lang. So lots of nice basic labels, special pieces, and then, some lower items that, just give a good mix.
Good pickup, yeah, good merchandise mix. So how does it work? How do people come in? I know how people come in and shop, but how do they come in to bring you things? How does that work?
Yeah, so people just come in, no appointment necessary. I take a look at their items. They have to be in season, in excellent condition, already cleaned. I look through, and then once I accept them, they're here for 60 days, and the consignor earns a percentage of the selling price.
Okay. That's a lot of work. How do you keep everything straight? Do you have codes and stuff?
I have codes, but I also am blessed with an amazing memory, so I pretty much know everything that's in here, which helps me with a customer coming in. If they're looking for something, I can pretty much give them what they're looking for.
So your customers come from all over because obviously you've set up a good retail base here.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, so most of my customers and consignors are from Summit, Short Hills, Springfield, and the local, surrounding towns.
So the word has gotten out.
Yes, yeah. And I still think I have barely tapped the market, so I'm always looking forward to new faces coming in, whether they're consigning or just checking it out. So.
Now, it's interesting because where you're located is right next door to one of our favorite stores, the Beauty Lounge. And you and Eileen have kind of joined forces to put this together. How did that come about?
Yeah, Eileen literally knew I was looking for a space for my store, and she texted me and said, "Gab, I have a crazy idea. Come over." I came over. She asked if I'd be into it. I checked it out with my husband, and we just went right in.
Perfect.
Yeah.
That's the way to do it. Just jump in the pool.
Yeah.
You must be on social media. I know you're on social media because I follow you, but why don't you tell the viewers where they can take a looky-see?
So they can check out my website, thecollectivenj.com, or you can check out my Instagram. I post every day new items coming in or just fun things that me and Eileen are doing. And I'm also on Facebook as The Collective Consignment.
Yeah, I do follow you on Instagram, and it is
Yeah.
great. It is. I was going to ask you about all the bags. Women love bags, and like me, I probably have 20 of them in the closet.
Right.
But do a lot of people bring bags and shoes and boots
Yes.
too? I'm really surprised.
Yeah, people, as much as women love bags and accessories and clothing, I feel like there's always one or two things that they collect. And really, I think I get a lot of these amazing bags in. Even some are brand new with tags. Some are still in stores right now because they're making room for more things that they want.
Yeah.
So it's a really nice, thing that I have here.
Do a lot of people who bring things in also leave with things?
Yes, and even if some people don't really go consignment shopping, but sometimes I'm able to kind of change their opinion because once they realize that this stuff doesn't smell, isn't old, and is pretty fantastic, and it's a great price point, they can't help themselves but even look and sometimes buy. So
Yeah, that's true. This isn't your old-time consignment shop, as people might have that concept.
Exactly.
And this whole consignment thing, I think, is very interesting. We have the furniture consignment store in town, Home Again, and we spoke to her at one of our earlier shows, and she more or less has the same thing you do, certain period of time, and it goes out. She says she, like you, cannot stop the stuff from coming through the door, which is amazing. So isn't it nice that people want to recycle?
Yes, yeah, I think it's cool that there's that option, and it's so easy. I make it easy, and I'm sure they do too. Just come on in. I'm always happy to take a look, even if it's something that I'm not going to take. I like providing this service for people.
It's worth the trip. Well,
Yes.
Gab, thanks so much for chatting with us today.
It was fun.
I really appreciate it, and I wish you all the best here in your little cubby hole.
Thank you so much.
This is Miss Julie's Boutique. It is the most adorable space in town, I think. It's a little off the beaten path, and that's why I'm glad we're here today. It's right around the corner from Winberry's on Kent Place Boulevard. And it is just delightful in here. If you've got a little girl who is into ballet or you're just into anything, you've got to come in here. It's perfect. And with me today is Miss Julie. Isn't that what your students used to call you? Yes.
They still call me. I still teach.
Oh, do you?
Yes,
Okay.
I couldn't give that up.
No. So tell me a little bit of about your life before this beautiful little shop.
Well, I grew up dancing since I was 3, and it was always a part of my life. I danced in college. Right after college, I started teaching, and nothing made me happier than dancing.
So this is an extension of that, so it was kind of in your blood to then go on and do other things. But you are still teaching. Where do you teach?
I teach at Summit School of Dance. It's over on Morris Ave. And really the reason I opened was my dancers, my students every week for years. Where do you shop? Miss Juli, we love your clothes.
Isn't that interesting?
And
Yeah.
I was always very into my dancewear because I love fashion. I love a statement. And so I kind of brought that into my teaching. So after years and years of hearing them, can you take us shopping? We want to dress like
isn't
you.
that cute?
Oh my God. So then I found the space and I was like, let's just do this.
Dive into the pool, as they say.
Yes, exactly. Rip off the Band-Aid and do it. And it's 2 of my passions in one. And
Aren't you lucky to spend your days doing things that you really love?
Every morning I come in, I'm like, this is mine.
I love it. Yeah, I did this all by myself. Isn't that great? Yeah, I think that that's interesting that you are into the fashion. I love the fashion of the ballet. I love the equipment that goes with playing golf or any of that stuff. You know, I love the clothing. So to extend it to this was just kind of like a natural. It was an aha. What? Why not?
Oh yeah. It's so natural. I never worked in retail.
Really?
I was only a dancer. That's
Great.
it. Dance teacher, worked with kids. I mean, in high school, I was always working at camps, dance camps, never retail.
And here you are.
And I did it, and it came so naturally. I knew what to order. I knew what I wanted. I knew what everyone was going to want.
I think that's part of retail. If you have a store, if you buy what you like and you're into it, there are people out there that feel the same way, and you're going to be successful.
Yes.
So how long have you been here?
A year and a half. I opened April of 2016.
Oh, really? I didn't realize it was that long.
Yeah.
That's great. And good so far?
Yeah, so far so good.
Great.
I love
great.
it.
So tell me what exactly you carry here, because there's a lot of stuff.
Yes. Okay. So I mainly carry dancewear, even gymnastics leotards, but then I also have activewear. So I have all the leggings for the moms, leggings for girls who don't dance, just want a cool pair of leggings to wear to school. This summer I had bathing suit, which was a huge hit.
Yeah. There are no bathing suits in this town.
And again, I try to carry unique things, unique that you're not going to find everywhere. And a lot of my kids' bathing suits this summer were reversible. So it was like 2 in
Really?
1. And
I've never heard of that before.
even a lot of adult bathing suits I was getting reversible.
Neat.
Yeah.
Do you do your shopping in New York?
I do coterie also. And now that, I'm a big time girl, they come to me.
Isn't that nice?
So nice.
that is a big deal.
So the sales reps will come in here, and because I'm very finicky, I try absolutely everything on. Not kids, but all the women's stuff I try on, because sometimes you like it on the hanger, you don't like how it fits. And it's called Miss Juli's Boutique, so I need to love absolutely everything.
We were just talking to Gabby at the Collective, and that's what she was saying, that it was her passion, clothes like that, and she transformed it into something that she could do every day and love. So that's really terrific. When you were dancing, what were some of the roles that you did?
I was always in jazz, ballet, tap, hip hop.
Oh, wow.
Did everything. My senior year of high school, we did all that jazz.
Oh,
And-
great show. You
and
must
I
have been
had
in heaven.
Yes, that was my solo, and that was just right up my alley.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. That was
Definitely.
great.
And then in college, I mainly did ballet, which, when you're younger, you want fun and movement, but I really appreciated ballet later on. And now with teaching, I love teaching ballet. It's just the core of everything.
Yes. Oh, I always said you can always tell a little girl or even a woman that has had ballet training because of the way she carries herself and her posture as I'm standing up straight here. But yeah, it is something. Those habits or those disciplines you carry with you a long time.
Definitely.
So when you're not teaching and when you're not here at Miss Julie's Boutique, what do you like to do?
Right now, sleep.
Because you're very busy.
Oh yes, very busy. And someone actually asked me that the other day. What do you do for fun? This last year, I go home and sleep. But really hang out with my family. I'm huge on family. I have a niece and 2 nephews who I absolutely am obsessed with. And my friends and just hang out.
Yeah. Well, you need that. You need that to walk away from that. And, you know, being in business, especially in your first year, is like the hardest thing in the whole wide world. You not having any retail experience, I can't even believe it that you were able to do that and you're still here, because that's usually what happens. Everybody says, oh, gee, it'd be great to have a store, and then boom, it's not so great to have a store.
And as much anxiety and craziness as it comes with, I wouldn't trade it for the
You
world.
relish it. It keeps you going. Yeah. So I know you're on Instagram, but tell us what your Instagram is and your Facebook and any other social media.
Sure. Instagram and Facebook, it's all under Miss Julie's Boutique with no E. Because I'm Juliana, so we just took off the Anna.
Well, that was good.
And yes. And yeah, so every day I post my outfit of the day, and usually a picture of a little kid and a leotard or something, and very big on Instagram. I love all the posts and sharing my style, and it really brings people in.
Yes, it does. So when are you open? Are you closed any days during the week?
Yes, I am closed Sunday, Monday. I'm open Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, 10 to 6, Thursday, 10 to 7, Saturday, 10 to 5.
Oh, so you're here a lot.
I am.
Great.
And it's always me.
It's always you. Well, that's always nice. You know, people do like to come in and meet the person who's running the show. Well, thank you very much. But I just want to mention, I love this sweater you have on.
Oh, thank you.
And you were just telling me where it was from, but why don't you tell our viewers?
So I got this from Gabby at the Collective. It's Vince, and she has the best consignment shop in town. Then the leggings are me.
The leggings are to die for, by the way. They're terrific. Julie, thank you so much.
you so
It's so nice to
much.
meet you, and it's so nice to have you here in town with us. And I wish you all the best.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. That's our show for today. I hope you'll grab some of your friends and come visit us in downtown Summit, have lunch, visit the shops that we saw today, or all of the other ones that are here and are coming here. Till next time, thanks for watching.